Greetings and salutations, my artsy friends. How is everyone today? Good, I hope. Good, good, good. Hey, Nancy. Just a sec, let me turn down my mood music. Me too, Julie. Me too. Hey, Linz. Whoops. Wait a second. Nope, that's my... Sorry, you guys. Technical difficulties this morning. There we go. Hey, Nancy. There we go. Okay. So, I'm sure you all saw... Why is that crooked? Huh. Okay, I'm going to turn it. How's that? Is it better? Is it worse? Let me know your thoughts. Hey, Carmen! It is Frida today, Olga. It is. What could be finer? What could be finer? She is one of my faves. And so, let's see. I need to get my, there we go. Whoops. Oh, I gotta get myself together. Girls. It is Frida. So, I have so much to talk to you about her and, just art in general. But I wanted to make sure that if you are brand new here, please follow and like me on Facebook and Instagram. And then ask to join our private Facebook group. Let's Get Artsy with Corbiere-Scott. I try really hard to comment on everyone's beautiful artwork that they post there. I'm working my way through. The talent in our group will just blow you away. And I will just say, hey, Nancy, Debbie Fredette, how are you, my friend? I will just say that I tried to say it in our in my email to you yesterday that we are so lucky to have this beautiful community of like-minded people and support and friendship and fellowship and creativity. I am so grateful to all of you for continuing to show up for me and for supporting my small business and me. I am so grateful. I am so grateful. And every Saturday, for those of you that are new, every Saturday we do a little artist study, and then we celebrate the art and the artist, and we get inspired and we create something inspired by that artist. And then Tuesdays and Thursdays we do artsy techniques with my art printables. And so my latest art printable is this. It's called Mom. It created for my mom, and I will just say that it has been quite popular, I think, because it's super fun to color, and it's just kind of got that 70s, 60s, 70s vibe a little bit funky, a little bit kind of a very artsy take on flowers. And so I am just having a blast with it. So we're going to continue to play with it this coming Tuesday and Thursday. So please, if you haven't already purchased it, please purchase it and print it off. We're going to do even more fun techniques with it this coming Tuesday and Thursday. So, oh, and I also wanted to talk to you about my Oh, thank you so much, Debbie Fredette. Hey, Heather. Hi, Lori and Christina. Oh my goodness. We got a full house today. I have also drawn embroidery patterns for Adornit, and we are stitching our way across the United States. So the link to purchase them is right at the top of my Corbiere-Scott Designs page. So if you are interested in stitching with me, be sure to check that out. Hey Debbie, do you see this? Michigan, and do you see all this Upper Peninsula goodness? I am having a blast. I'm having a blast doing that. So today we are talking about Frida. Hi Catherine, I'm a bit blurry. Am I blurry for anybody else? Is anybody else getting blurry images? It's fine for you. Okay. Are you watching me on your TV, Catherine, or are you watching me on your iPad? So, like I said, we're gonna do. Okay, thanks, Keels. Thanks, Lauren. Oh, did you hear that, Catherine? She said, Lauren said you might need to like go out and come back, and then it might be better. So you might try that. So today we are celebrating the Mexican artist Frida Kahlo. She was often, they tried to pinhole her into as a surrealist, but she said, they thought I was a surrealist, but I wasn't. I never painted dreams. I painted my own reality. I love that. Because if you're not aware, surrealism is the juxtaposition of things you wouldn't expect to see together. And automatism, which was a I thought you'd be excited, Rennie. Automatism is art created without thinking, which falls under the heading of surrealism. And think about that's going to be you, right? Because doodling is certainly art without thinking. So let's see, what can I tell you about Miss Frida? She was just amazing. I will just tell you. She was a strong voice for women at a time when women did not have as many rights. That's for dang sure. And so I'll give you a little bit of her history if you don't know. At 6 years old, she contracted polio and was in bed for 9 months. When she started to recover, she walked with a limp that plagued her entire life. And then at 18... she was in a very bad bus accident that I'm sure you probably know about. And when she recovered from that, that's when she discovered her love for painting. She finished her first painting 1 year after the accident, and it was a self-portrait. Because what she did was she had them because she was flat on her back, literally. She had them install a mirror above her bed so that she could see herself in that. She painted. She painted her entire. She had a body cast, and she painted that on herself. She just, I'm telling you, she was just the most amazing. So now I'm going to give you the list of her. Wait a second. Can you see that? A list of her famous paintings, and then I'm going to find them on my iPad so that you can see what I'm talking about. And I just, I couldn't resist, so I have some other pictures of her on here. Let's see. I have Mexican music playing in the background. I thought that would be apropos for today. How is everyone today? Is everyone doing okay? Is everyone healthy and strong, and or healthy and strong because you're here with your pals today? I think there's just such a, so, okay, so here we go. Can you see that? I'm not sure if does that show today? Okay, so this is her, whoops. This is her orthopedic corset that she painted herself. This is Frida in bed, and you'll notice if you Google this picture, there you can see the mirror at the top of her bed so that she could paint herself. There she is. Look at in all of her splendor. Oh my gosh, she's so beautiful. She's just so beautiful. And this is her most famous painting. Hey, Christina. The two Fridas. And so there's certainly lots of symbolism in here. Whoops, whoops, whoops. Here she is painting another of her famous paintings called The Broken Column. And this is when she was in the, you can see that there she is in that corset painting that. Is it Lauren? I'm so sorry. Okay, let me see. This, okay, is this better? Let me know if that's better. Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. I know you're probably going on a roller coaster. You can't see the colors. Is that better? Okay. So there she is painting herself. There you can see she has a mirror again. She used that a lot. She had an interesting quote that she said, sorry, technology doesn't want to cooperate with me today. And there's a better view, whoops, a better view of the painting, as you can see. Here she is with her husband, Diego. He was certainly a interesting sort. He, I think he loved and adored her. He was just so full of infidelity, which, as you can imagine, she found. Okay, let's see. There we go. This is the wounded table. Is that better? Is that worse? Is that? I just love to see the pictures of her painting. I think that's just like fabulous. Here is another self-portrait of her with her monkeys. She famously had all kinds of, oops. I'm so sorry. There we go. Better. She had famously had a huge love of animals, Catherine. And so she had a plethora, just a big menagerie of animals. Monkeys and parrots were pretty huge, but she also had oh, I am so sorry, you guys. Well, it just froze on me. So I'm just going to take that away. So these are her most famous paintings. The two Fridas, Diego on My Mind, and I'm going to try really hard to bring that one up because that's a really good one. The Little Deer, The Wounded Table that I showed you, Roots, Me and My Parrots, and The Broken Column. Those are certainly her most famous. She has scads of them, but well, that's not coming up. So let's just talk. So her famous quote is, she says, I paint myself because I am so often alone and because I am the subject I know the best. Which I thought was fascinating. So I'm going to show you our assignment for today, and then we can, okay, so I'm going to pull back. So beware. How is that? Can you see the whole thing? Good gravy. Okay, so I wonder if I can do there. Can you see that better? So here's what we're painting today. We're just going to do her head. Well, let me try this. I'm so sorry, you guys. Someday I'll get back to California and get my... Oh, sorry! Get my big stand. But until then, we will power through. So this is what we're working on today. We're going to work on a pretty graphic in the sense of like graphic design. I'm so sorry, Catherine. I'm so sorry. I know. So we're going to work on, is it sideways? Goodness sakes. Okay, now is it better? Okay. Hi, Annalisa. Okay, so, I should have never moved it. Oh, gosh. So, I'm going to show you a couple of things. So, I drew this line first, and I just drew it all the way around, right? And then I just started to the sides, right? And then I just came in a little bit, right? And then I parted her hair, and that's kind of super helpful because you will, it gives you kind of a, what do I want to say? It gives you kind of a center point, right? So you're going to draw the part, and then we can work on her eyebrows, her iconic eyebrows, because that's going to give you another point of reference, like sizing wise and spatial help. Okay, so then I filled her head with flowers. So I'm going to show you, avalanche again, sorry about that. I'm going to show you the way that I did the roses. So it's a circle, and then I'm going to draw a line here, a line here, a line here, 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 here. Super easy, right? And then you're just going to add some leaves, right? And then the other flowers are ones that you can, you know, just big daisies, or you could do her whole head in roses, whatever you want. For the banner, I'm going to show you a fun, easy way to do banners. So you're going to draw your rectangle that you are going to write your name or her. I mean, you could certainly do this as a self-portrait if you want. I just think she's so beautiful. Why wouldn't we paint her? So I just had a friend show me this. So she calls it the robot way of doing a banner. So you're going to draw arms and then little legs. And now you're going to take this out to the same length as the arms. And now you're going to put a V there and a V there. And now you're going to take from this corner there, from this corner there, and you could fill this in so that it's darker, like the folded ribbon, right? And then you could just do Frida's name in the center. Is everybody, how's that? Has everybody kind of got that? Was that helpful? So, I hope everybody's kind of drawing away, and I'm going to tell you a couple more Frida facts and a couple of her, oh, thanks, Annalisa. That makes me feel fabulous. So I'm going to tell you a couple more Frida facts and some quotes, and that I left an opening down here because I had this, hey Barbara, I wanted to put some of her quotes. So what I'm going to do now though is I'm going to go over my lines with my black pen. Hi Julie, hi Jan. Oh, look at that. Hi Renee, how are you? Well, I'll be right over for lunch, Barbara. What are we having? Something yummy, I hope. So when I draw my flowers, I'm pretty loosey-goosey. I am not an exacting artist. And I wanted her flowers to kind of like fall into her face a little bit. So this one I have going over her hair. I wanted them to be of all different heights. I'm gonna do the happy Saturday to you too, Jan. Hi Meltha, how are you? So another tip I will give you when you get to the point where you are inking your drawing is the higher up you hold your pen, the looser your lines are going to be, and that's a good thing. Don't get down here and be so tense because what's the fun in that, number one? And you're just going to put all this pressure on yourself. You know, we want this to be fun for pity's sake, right? So remember that rose, super easy, a circle, line, 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 line. And that's going to give us a great big area to color. And I mean, what's better than that, right? Sorry if my arm is in the way. And remember, your pencil lines are just guidelines. You don't have to be exactly where they are. They can be okay, line, 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 line. And we'll do her hair. Her hair. Okay, now we'll do her eyebrows. So, did everyone see the picture that I posted of myself dressed as Frida? That was from Halloween 2017. Oh, thanks, Barbara. I've seen so many people draw roses in so many different ways. And this is certainly a way that's out there. I didn't invent it. Don't ever take credit for something you didn't do. But I kind of made it my own, you know? Like I made it like that person's rose and style. Do you know what I mean? I didn't copy it exactly. And as long as you give that other person credit and you know what? I have no idea who that was. It was years ago. But I did not do it myself. The banner was from another artsy pal named Christy Hawkins. And she, oh, I think I'm done. So now I can erase. How is everybody doing? Are you drawing or are you just watching today? Kind of helps me know what to blab about. I'm feeling like I want to fill in some color, and then I can come back and add some details if I want. Remember to try and get up as much pencil as you can, because once you get some watercolor on top of that, that's going to, you can't erase. So I try to get as much up as I can. Oh, I was wondering if, like, I did finish my painting from last week. So I will take a second and show you that. And that was, oh, that was so fun, wasn't it? Hi, Sylvia. How are you? So this was the painting from last week, and I put her, well, you can't see the whole thing, but there you can see part of it. I put her quote, I'll take a picture and post it on my Instagram and Facebook, but I did put the quote, "It is important to express oneself provided the feelings are real and are taken from your own experience." Holy smokes, I just feel like there's so many people that could heed that. Heed those words. Holy tamale. Anyway, that was such a fun project. I hope you guys enjoyed it as much as me. And it was a complete departure from what we normally are doing. Hey Sherry, how are you? All right, so I think, let's make sure that I have all my pencil out of here. I think we get lots of people watching us on the replay. I know it's hard to commit to an hour. Well, I'm really asking you to commit to 3 hours every week. Tuesdays and Thursdays, and then on... Oh, cool, Sherry. Very cool. Okay, so I'm going to start to apply some paint. Is everybody all right with that? Can you kind of see where I am and what I'm doing? And if you have any questions, just stop and I'll keep looking up to see if there's something I can answer. So remember, Frida was all about bright colors. She was all about not just bright colors, but big patterns and big florals and Sorry, I'm a little hot today. Oh, here's a good quote. Passion is the bridge that takes you from pain to change. Holy smokes, ain't that the truth? Ain't that the truth? So, she just was such a woman before her time, certainly. She was well known, as we've talked about, for her self-portraits, but she was also, and I told you she had lots of pets, monkeys, she had a deer, she had, I'm just getting my paints wet, so they're activating while I'm blabbing. Just like name an animal and she kind of had it. Her home was called Casa Azul, the blue house, and it was kind of famous in Mexico City. And she had tremendous national pride. She was all about Mexico. And I told you, when I have loved her from afar forever, but I will just tell you, when I was in Mexico, I was just, I fell in love with the country. I fell in love with the colors and the textures and the fruits and the beauty. I think Mexico gets a bad rap a lot of times, but it was just lovely. And I can see why she had such tremendous pride. And shouldn't we all have tremendous pride of our home country, of our, I don't like to get into politics or anything weird like that, but just national pride. That's a good thing, right? She does, yes, she does. There is a portrait that I had saved that I can't find, but, or that I can't get my iPad to see. But she just was all about the shock value. So one day she just cut all of her hair off and donned a man's suit. She was super smart. She got into quite a prestigious school, and that's where she was attending when she got into that terrible bus accident. If you ever get a chance to watch the Salma Hayek Frida movie, watch it. It was quite good. It's certainly not for children, but it's really, it's a good story. It's a good story. And I think it's pretty accurate. I mean, most of that stuff is, they take artistic liberties, but it's pretty accurate. And Salma Hayek just did an amazing job portraying her. And that she was a woman who had a lifetime of pain and torturous situations, and she just kept overcoming it, and she just stayed passionate in her art. And don't you think that a lot of us, although we are not Frida, we can certainly relate to the fact that she just, I think she must have worked out a lot of her frustrations and feelings and emotions through her art, and haven't we all been there? When we're troubled by whatever life throws at us, don't we just, we've talked about this repeatedly, that finding something creative to do is during this pandemic helps you to focus on something different, and just takes your mind away from a bunch of stuff that we can't really control. And so isn't it better to paint a flower, or, hey, Debbie Miller, you know, find something positive to focus on. And I just happen to think that art's the thing. And you know, everyone has their own level of pain and ickiness that they're living through, right? So I just read something earlier today about living in a state of grace, you know, and I just, holy smokes, ain't that the truth? But it's kind of hard. Sometimes I forget to live in a state of grace and to just be kind to everyone. Well, Roxanne, so here's a fun fact. Roxanne and I went to art school together a billion years ago. So now I'm going to mix up a little bit of pink and a little bit of red for a fun new color of rose. I just want these nice, big, bright colors to just pop against her black hair. I think that will be so cool. Yeah, I do, just like when I hold my pencil, Jan, I do tend to hold my brushes far back too, because then I'm looser. But I do, sometimes I do tend to go to a smaller brush and kind of fiddle with that. But then, you know what, tomorrow I could use something big. Not as often though, I will say, not as often. So I'm gonna come in here with a little bit of more pure orange. I know you can't see my palette, but yeah, I just like to keep my painting loose. Yes, Anna, that's one of the quotes I have written down to share with you. I paint flowers so they will not die. And I think in either my Bible journaling class or my wordsmith art class, we did a entry with that quote. I just love her. I'm telling you, I just love her. I just think she was such a woman who overcame so much. I mean, I'm not saying you have to believe in her politics. I'm not saying you have to, but I feel like that about a lot of people and a lot of things, you know? You just have to, like, admire the person. You're never going to agree with everybody about everything, but just admire the way she lived her life on her own terms, and that she made this life for herself, born from tragedy, you know? Hi, Sarah. How are you today? How is Oklahoma? Is it stormy? Is it sunny? Is it warm? Is it rainy? We have, I think I'm going to do light blue out here. We have had a little bit of rain this week. We're starting to enter our monsoon season. but not a tremendous amount. Roxanne was one of the best George O'Keeffe inspired painters I've ever known. Do you still paint, Rox? I hope so. I'm thinking the center, let's do it dark blue. That'd be pretty, don't you think? Oh, look at that. So pretty. We can do the petals. How's everybody doing? Great, I bet. You did? What did you do, Les? You had hail. Really? Holy tamale. Well, we did not. We had lots of wind and lots of, you know, like dust stormy effects, but not not much rain, and you know, just enough to make your windshield dirty. Well, one night we did, I guess we did. It woke me up in the night, but then by the morning it was all kind of dry. It had, what color am I going to do that last rose? Yellow, like the yellow rose of Texas. I've been kind of on a kick of yellow rose of Texas. Look for that in a printable near you soon. Oh my goodness. Annalisa, that's crazy. How scary. How scary. Well, and how about, I don't remember how you pronounce it. The thing that came through. Their house rumbled. I like that. Yeah, they're not very far from me, are they? The thing that happened in Iowa. How crazy is that? Hey, Sharon, how's Nebraska today? I hope it is well. So we are doing Frida Kahlo. Holy tamale, really, Olga? Oh, I just can't wait to see it, what everybody creates with this artist. I'm just so anxious to see. Can I tell you, that is just one of the highlights of my week, is to go on the private Facebook group and see what everyone shares, and golly, it just tickles me to my core. I just love it. Hi, Aunt Mer. Katie, how are you? So that's another cousin, you guys. That's my Aunt Mer and my cousin Katie. Oh, sorry about that. Oh, goodness. I'm going to do her eyebrows while we chat. I'm gonna wait on her hair until my thank you, Christina. Thank you, Aunt Mer. I'm gonna wait on the hair until my flowers have dried completely. Hi, Brenda. Okay. Bye, Sarah. Have a good day at work. I can't wait to come back and see you in Oklahoma. It won't be long now, I don't think. I think if everybody wears their masks and social distances, we should be able to get a handle on it all. I want to do something with the Mexican flag colors, I think, with her, because she loved Mexico so much. I'm feeling like I want to do it somehow in the banner. I don't know. I haven't figured it out yet. Well, for crying out loud, Catherine, I'm nothing if not genteel. My mother-in-law is supposed to be watching this right now. Well, at least Jeff sent a message to Alicia, so we'll see. Maybe she's painting Frida too. So let's see, where could we go now? I'm thinking we could deepen some of our flowers. It's got to get better so I can come to and bug Sylvia in real true life again. Sylvia is Jeff's auntie, who lives in England, and we got to go see her last year. And we had planned on being there right around this time this year, and you know, stinking COVID. But we'll be back. That's for sure. So, you see, I am adding some, I know, then we can paint at your house, Catherine. I'm adding some deeper colors where the, hey Susan, where the natural shadows would be in between two petals down here near the center of the flower. So we're going to let that dry, and then we'll continue to do that with some other colors. So I'm going to get some deeper orange. So Susan, if you're just, I presume today is your first day joining us. Each week we do a artist study on Saturday. We just do a little bit of art study, a little bit of art journaling, a little bit of art history, a little bit of color theory. And we do it all within 1 hour. So now I'm coming in with some more yellow to just kind of soften that edge of that orange. Do you see just that little bit is really adding some more dimension to my flower? So I'm going to try some more of that. And every Tuesday and Thursday we do a pop-in paint party for my art printables. So every Tuesday and Thursday I oh, Olga, tell me all about it. Well, hi Danny Wiley. All my babies with you today. Give them big love from me. Auntie loves my favorite and my best, Braxton and Desiree. All right. Oh, look how pretty that is. Oh, I'm just loving it. So I'm going to come in with, whoops, a little bit deeper pink, I think. And, hi, Ann Maybe. How are you? Oh, my goodness. I'm going to come in and deepen, like, the corners of my roses. and just let that soak in a bit, and then, oh, don't you even worry about it. You're never too late for the party. So I'm gonna kind of try and soften those edges with that pink. And remember, we can always come back and add more dimension with our colored pencils. And if you come back in with the that lighter color, whatever it is, if it's red or pink or blue or whatever, and just kind of do the tap, 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 jiggy, jaggy on top of the darker color. Remember, that's going to help soften that too. And remember, hi Martha, how are you? Thank you for joining us. We are doing an artist study of Frida Kahlo today. So we talked about her and all her fabulousness. And then we always do some kind of a celebration of the art and the artist. So today we're doing, because she was famous for her self-portraits, we're doing kind of a graphic portrait of Frida. Is today, I presume today's your first day, Martha? If not, let me know. If I'm mistaken, that's completely a possibility. Hi, Kathy. How are you? Remember, if you purchase 4 or more of my art printables, I will send you one of my handmade cards that I make usually in my Tuesday or Thursday class. I just sent a whole bunch more this week. I have a couple more to go. Hi, Evie. How are you, honey? Beautiful as ever, I'm sure. So, let's see. So these reds, I feel like we need to deepen them a little bit. We need to find a clean spot. That's not very easy to do on this, in this palette. So I'm just gonna try and deepen. Remember, this is all about values. The lightest value of a color, the deeper we go, the deeper the value. And all of those help to form. Hi, Adriana. Yeah, is your Evie Daly? She's very beautiful and very kind and very sweet. Yes, she is. And I voted, thanks Keels, I voted for your other beautiful girl today, Mrs. Zoe. I do too, Annalisa. It's just the best, isn't it? I just feel like it's, we just have ourselves a time. I can't wait to see everyone's paintings after this, that's for sure. So I just dipped my brush in water, and this paint is still quite damp, so I'm able to move it around. Send me the link, Catherine, and I will. I'll put it on my thing. Or you know what? Post it here. post it here. Catherine's daughter, Zoe. Oh, I don't want to mess up the American to English version of things, but she just graduated from college and she is in and she's quite talented. And she needs us all to vote for her. Catherine, if you could somehow post the link or tell people about it, and then I'll post the link on my page, and we'll get lots of people to vote for her. Look at those flowers, so pretty. I feel like I want to do, I am good. Evie, I can't wait for you to come to America. We'll have ourselves a time. That's for sure. Your Auntie Eileen would flip out. She would love to show you California, that's for sure. I need to do a little bit deeper in the leaves, I think. I'm having so much fun, I don't want to go, but Jeff and I are going on an adventure today. Mostly, we just have to get out of this dang house. You know what I mean? I bet everyone here can relate to that. We're just going for a ride, but seriously, we're so excited. We're both so excited. Me too, Evie, me too. Your Graham and your mom should be painting some right now. Or just having a gin. You know your mother and your grandmother. See if we can soften that green a little bit. There we go. Remember we talked about working with whatever substrate or whatever tools you have. This art journal is not, the paper in this is not watercolor paper. So I had to learn that I need to work quicker, right? It's still, I can still make it work. I just had to figure out what its comfort level was. And so just know that you don't have to have the perfect supplies. You don't have to have, me too, Evie. Oh, thank you, Debbie, for that. Okay, so, where are we on time? Can somebody tell me? I think we're getting, 1 minute. 1 minute. Ah! I could just paint and paint and paint. It's thick, but so this is the, creative journal from Diane Reevely. So it's quite thick, almost like tagboard, wouldn't you say, Keely? It's pretty, it's thick, but it doesn't have the absorbency that watercolor paper has. And so when I'm painting on watercolor paper, I know I've got some time. Like I can paint wet on this flower and then come over here and work this flower and then come back. And I can still move the color. On this particular substrate, on this, in this journal, I know I have to kind of work fast. Yes, like a file folder, like tagboard, does that help if you can kind of hear it? It's just, you just have to work a little fast. And just, I like a flowy kind of feel. And so sometimes I go out of the lines, and that's okay. And sometimes because I'm painting with watercolors, right? So just kind of remember that when you're painting, to just be kind to yourself. I mean, I told you, I read this whole thing about grace and giving people grace, and treating them, and I think I'm pretty good at that. But you know who I'm not really good at? Myself. Giving myself grace and giving myself, we're hardest on ourselves, don't you think? So I want to deepen the orange. Hi, Nancy. So I'm just going to start in with that jiggy jaggy. I'm going to wet my brush, tap it off on my paper towel, and then start in with the jiggy jaggy to soften the edge of that deeper orange. And I think we're going to get some really nice depth, which is kind of what we're going. Oh my gosh, isn't it, Keels? And I'm so much better about giving it to other people than myself. We just need to be as kind. Well, I just think kindness is the key to it all. I know that sounds really hippy-dippy, but you know what? That's who I am. Oh my gosh, look at that beautiful orangeness. I'm loving that. Oh, I didn't do that one. Well, I hope that everyone will be inspired by some Frida today, and work in your art journal a little bit, or whatever your tools of the trade are. And that you'll join me on Tuesday when we work on the mom. We'll work with the mom art printable, and I'll share some new techniques, or I'll just paint. You never know. Oh my gosh, I'm loving that. Oh my gosh. I can't stop. I need to stop, but I just feel like I can't. Come in here with a little bit deeper green. Some green that I mixed for something, who knows what. Just come in and deepen that just a little bit. And then kind of work that out. Tuesdays and Thursdays at 2 o'clock Arizona time, Deb. Join me. We have ourselves a time. Last Thursday, we had an entire conversation about 70s arts and crafts. It was hysterical. It was hysterical. Oh, that are coming back and that people think are all the go now, like it's a brand new thing, like macrame. Whatever. Whatever. Okay, with that, I think I'm going to sign off and go put some kind of makeup on for my big ride. We're so excited. I hope everybody is having a great weekend, and will continue to, and will create. Debbie Fredette, you need to ask to join my private Facebook group. Anne Corbiere-Scott, Let's Get Artsy with Anne Corbiere-Scott. There's 3 questions. You're already on my email list, so you don't need to answer the questions. But just ask to join, because that's where we share our beautiful creations, and it's the most supportive, loving community. I'm telling you, everyone is so creative and so kind, and it is like my nirvana. It's this artsy, beautiful community. I just love it. I just love it. So, anyway, until Tuesday, Meet me back here Tuesday at 2 o'clock Arizona time, and we will have a great time painting together again. I adore you all. Thank you so much. See you Tuesday.